Now, you're taking basically all where all those apartments are. And all of this is in Ward 3. No, ma'am. My question is in reference to these basins. They're taking a lot of our property. And that's what has going on now. And when if we allow them to place these facilities in our, that's 1, 2, 3, I guess 4 or 5 of them in little city of East Cleveland, taking up some of the land. Here's my question for you to answer that. Some of the prime property in our inner city on Page Avenue, which could either be developed or either houses, apartments, or something to generate revenue in this city, and we are constantly giving away property and letting. I don't feel that we need all of these bases in the city council.
Well,
Number one,
we're not giving it away, they're taking it.
they can't take it.
They're winning
Through
in,
eminent domain.
they're winning in
The
court.
federal government does not have
They're winning in court because of lawyer.
eminent domain. You're saying the federal government cannot take eminent domain over property.
Or any government.
If the agreement had been reached between council and we hadn't produced that legislation, am I correct, Councilman?
I think so.
That we would have been in a situation where we would have been fined, I believe, and this is something that they were going to do one
Well,
way or the other.
let me ask the attorney over here about the eminent domains that.
Just a minute,
Joe?
just a minute, let me respond to.
Okay, go ahead. This
Mr.
eminent domain
O'Reilly.
situation.
What it is there'll be cost share. Right now, we have $46,000 in our repertoire for East Cleveland, is that correct? We were told we have $46,000.
Yeah, we voted
As
for
of this month, our sewer bills went up proportionally depending on how much non-permeable services we have around each of our properties, including not just East Cleveland, but all Northeast Ohio. A portion of that money will come back to us to upkeep the areas that are currently in question through our cost share. Is that correct?
That is correct. So the community cost share is through the Regional Stormwater Management Program, which is separate. Now I know it's confusing, but they're two separate programs. But yes, you will be receiving 25% of the funds that are collected within East Cleveland goes back to East Cleveland for you to do on local stormwater management
And who
projects.
is paying for this? Taxpayers?
The taxpayers,
Yeah.
And
the
so-
property owners.
So, other words, you're saying that you're gonna give us, this is getting more confusing.
Isn't it the fees that they collect from the water bill? So the sewer bill rather? The fees that are collected
25%.
are then appropriated, okay.
From your stormwater
From the
fee,
stormwater.
based upon your impervious surface, 25% goes to East Cleveland. Yeah.
For your use, however you see fit. as long as it's
And
passed from-
other than the stormwater management down at Wymore, Page, what else would this area be utilized for besides just
I'm glad
trash?
you asked that. It is incumbent upon us to have a vision for our city, not anyone else. A vision as to what we want to do and bring our city back. This city this isn't the first time the city been in a financial crunch. And we came back. We have to have a vision for our city as to what we want to do to generate revenue into the city, not taxing the people that's in here out of the city. To keep this, there's houses or whatever. Nobody's trying to market the city because number one, right now it is trouble because we talk about it and castigate our city. We need people in here marketing. Here is property if you develop it or what have you. That's the way you begin to attract people and revenue into the
I
city.
think you're absolutely right, and I think that one of the things that's up and coming is green initiatives around the country. When you talk about solar
Green
energy,
initiative is
and
not
you're
gonna pay
talking.
anything.
What we're talking about vision based. So we're talking about green infrastructure coming in. I think it would be nice for us to have a park like the setting where otherwise there wouldn't be, and there would be light. I don't see anything wrong with that. And when you talk about vision, it's more than just necessarily all development. There's developments that, you know, people could say, well, we can go in the interior and not just, you know, to the borders of East Cleveland, and we can come within our own city and have a park-like setting. I think that is a good vision.
That's, the vision is, even in your development, attracting people in, you can have all that little park you want to have there, they can have a little green space or whatever, but that, we want something that's going to generate revenue, not turning our city into nothing but green space. Green space doesn't do anything, doesn't pay no taxes or whatever. Vacant land doesn't pay any taxes. We need to attract people in to develop. That's what we need, and that's what seems to be lacking here. So I'm going to yield.
Okay, and I want to say this. A lot of times, old maids, you express that you get cut off, you don't get time. You got over half an hour this time, so you can't say that.
Thank you for saying that.
And Mr. Omega, unless and until Donald Trump comes in with a great big economic development project, we would like to do this, okay?
Back to your eminent domain.
Is that what kind of revenue generating projects you were waiting on?
The city, if they're, well, not the city, because this is the government as well. If it was private property and the city has a need for it, they must identify the need, then they can take it. But they just can't, when they have to pay fair market price for it as well. You just can't come in.
They're gonna do that.
Because of eminent domain.
They're gonna
There must
do that.
be a need. And for it, that's the way eminent domain operate under the auspices of the federal government.
Okay, Joe, you want to say something about eminent domain? I don't think you got. Are you doing eminent domain?
Yeah, no, just real quickly. It's funny because we talked to our legal team about that today before we came here.
Okay.
What Law Director Hemman said is accurate. We're working with the administration to appropriate, which is another term for what we're doing via eminent domain, to get the parcels that are owned either by the city of East Cleveland or by the land bank. The city will be fairly compensated for. We have a projection of what that amount will be. I won't say it, but we have a projection of what that number is. And when the process is complete, the city will be completely made whole for those parcels. For the parcels, there are some absentee owners that are within some of those parcels as well. Between the district, our legal team, and our outside contractors who are working with property acquisition, we've made every effort to find them. The ones that we have been able to find, they will be made whole and also will get relocation assistance. For the ones that we can't find, the legal process requires that we put the money with the court, and then if they step up later, then they can go through that process to get it. But I say all that to say that there's no. We're not hiding the ball with anything. I mean, the parcels that we're acquiring within the city will be absolutely fairly compensated for. It's been appraised at 2 levels of appraisal. That's
Thank you. Mr. Holmes, then Dr. Patricia Blovak, and then Terry Tofree, you got the last, and then unless Mr. Struther has something to say, we're going to close it out in the next 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Mr. Holmes, come on up. Okay. What do you have to say, Mr. Holmes?
I don't forgot everything.
Mr. Gomez got you discombobulated or?